Okay, so let's talk about coaching. So I am on page 17 of the Driven book. And so coaching is the art of keeping your appointments. If it's worth booking, then it's worth coaching. And so in the last YouTube video I did, I actually shared with you how I get my RSVPs and how I get people to respond back to me. And so when I get their RSVP, I actually have a graphic that I use that I say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to meet you. Can you please answer these questions for me? And it's a graphic, and it basically asks them, have you ever tried Mary Kay before? Are you allergic to anything? Is there anything you'd like to change about your skin? And are you ivory, beige, or bronze? I mean, that's literally what it says. And then they respond back to me and they answer those questions. And then I say, great, if you'd like to bring a friend, you get extra tickets into the drawing and into the prize drawing. And would you like to bring a friend? And so a lot of times they'll bring a friend, and that's how I get people to go from a party of 3 to a party of 6. Okay. So, basically, the tips are, if you don't have a guest list, there's not a party. And so that's why I do the whole RSVP thing. If you have 3 people RSVP in the next 24 hours, you get a free eyeshadow from me. And the reason I do that is because they have a sense of urgency then. And so then they will give you your friends. And then, this also takes off the hesitation of people who are hesitant about giving you a guest list. Oh, I don't know if I want to give my friends. Well, then if I say, hey, text this number, well, then that's her texting that person. It's not me giving out that information. So I've done wonderfully with this. I've been using this technique for probably 4 years. It has been wonderful. It's been so great. And a lot of times I might only have one person be there, and sometimes I have 4, sometimes I have 5. I had a party 2 weeks ago that had 10. It was a $1,300 party. And then I had a party Saturday that I had maybe 6, and it was a $300 party. So, anyway, so expect to get whatever it is you're asking for. Okay. Your expectation determines the outcome. So that's why I do the whole RSVP thing. It's because if I do that, then it happens. And so memorize and use the script, and you can turn a facial into a party. So again, it's about scripts. Again, it's about using the things that have already been done for you. So you don't have to start at the bottom and go to the top. Okay. Don't leave your paycheck in someone else's hands. And so I have lots of little things that I do, to keep doing, and I'm going to share those things with you. You can do handwritten invitations if you like. I haven't done that in a long time, but I have people who love to do that. And it's okay. And if you do send things in snail mail, real in the mail, that's how you get people's attention. It's kind of cool. Don't you get excited whenever you get something in the mail that's not a bill? Isn't that fun? So there's some pre-profile questions. If you ever have someone who calls you to RSVP, you have your questions there, and you just ask her the questions. And so here's some tips on page 18 that are going to work really great for you as you work your business. 80% of the sales require 5 attempts. 40% of salespeople quit after the first attempt. That's crazy. Okay. So if it's a facial, you begin, go ahead and pre-profile or ask her questions about her skin when you have her on the phone, or go ahead and send her the graphic that asks her the questions about her skin. Okay. The day of the facial, especially if you're just starting out, this is going to be really important. Send them a handwritten postcard thanking them for their time. That way they get it after you leave and they go, wow, that was really cool. You're very professional at that point. 2 days before, you send just a text reminder. And it's basically, hey, I'm so excited. Sometimes I send a little, like a meme, or is it a GIF or a GIF or whatever they're called, the little animated memes. I send that and I'm so excited. You know, the Friends ones is jumping up and down. I'm so excited. Thank you for getting together with me. I do that 2 days. Sometimes it's 2 days after I book it or 2 days before I book it. It just kind of depends. And then usually the day before, I mean, I'm just like, okay, girl, I'm all set. My bags are packed. I have a gift for you. Did you want to invite a friend, or is anyone else joining you? I usually say, is anyone else joining you? And they might say, oh, you know, I asked my mom to come over. And believe it or not, I've had facials that have turned into 3 and 4 people because at the last minute they had people available. So hostesses. So, you know, sending them a card immediately, thanking them, you know, thank you so much, so that she gets that card right away, like the next day. She's not going to cancel. You know, have a hostess packet. My hostess packet is a little bit different than most, but once you can use the company literature on that. But the hostess packet is basically my pick collage. I mean, that's really all it is. I mean, sometimes I might leave her with a book. If I book it at an appointment, I might leave her with a book. But I usually don't do anything like that. But I do text her 2 days prior. I just kind of keep engaged in the conversation. And it might just be, girl, I'm so excited to meet you. Or, you know, hey, wear your favorite blouse and we'll find a lipstick color that matches. And then you might want to just pack like 3 in a little bag. Seriously. I mean, don't bring all your samples. But, you know, anyway, you know, you just want to reiterate, you know, hey, don't forget, you know, don't overdo the party, because people overdo a party like crazy. And most of the time the food doesn't even get eaten. So, you know, I always say, you know, something salty, something sweet, you know, or, you know, so maybe a chip and dip and a lemonade, or, I mean, brownies and lemonade are great. I mean, just do that. And then after the party, you want to make sure that you invite her to a Mary Kay event. And that you book her to something else. There needs to be some kind of follow-up. Hostesses make your best team members. Almost every single person in my unit has come from a party. Can you believe that? My customers, my best customers, have come from events that I've done, whether it's been working women or schools or anything like that, because they love the products and their friend quit. And so I pick up customers literally from there, and I pick up recruits and team members from parties. So, you know, guests to a party, you want to just make sure that, you know, hey, did you want to bring a friend? And you just kind of keep that dialogue going. Guests to an event, it's really important that when your director asks you if she's having an event in her home or a special event, like if we do bingo or makeovers or whatever, you want to make sure that you have a guest at every event. You want to be the beauty consultant that has the most. It's not that, oh, I tried. It's, I don't care who it is. It could be your mother. It doesn't matter. You're not coming to an event that we're doing like a guest event without a guest. You want to look like you are the diva. Okay. So, anyway, and then you want to just make sure that there's some examples of some, you know, how, all the handwritten notes and things like that. There's all of that in there in this book. But I just want you to know that if you're mailing something, a thank you or whatever, by putting cute little stickers, you can get cute little stickers on the envelope, or just the little things. If you fill an envelope and it has a texture, so punch holes in it and put a bow on it. It's those little details that are going to set you apart from everybody else. And you will have customers for life by doing this kind of stuff. You know, by going the extra mile, by setting time out on your schedule to set up the reminders. And those are things that can be on your 6 most important things to do list. So you are, you know, oh, one thing I have to do tomorrow, I need to send a thank you text to all the guests that are coming. You know, you can do a fun little countdown, 24 hours till we, you know, have beautiful skin, you know, whatever. You can just be fun. Okay. And then guests to an event, you always want to bring a gift, and you always want to pick them up and drive them there if you can. There's nothing worse than someone going to a place that they've never been before. and walking in as a stranger. Okay, so that is it, and I will get to sales. Oh my gosh, which is my favorite. Sales and team building next.